if I heard the roughish voice of Bob Hoskins say, "You're gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill him. When I get hold of him, I'm really gonna kill him," in Super Mario Brothers for kids. I don't know. I don't know. Ah, lurking turkey. Look at you. Just be careful, be safe. Don't look down, don't text, nothing of that. And I love you for it. Be safe getting home from your madre, sir. Love you. How is it, everybody? Welcome to the stream, you filthy animals. If I sound like I'm drained, it's because I've been up since 5 a.m. Kicking ass and slaying names, for sure. Or some shit like that. I don't know. But no, I wanted to come on today. I've got a new game in the mail. Actually, not a new game. It's an old game that I had for a long time. Where'd I put the case? And I had the original case for it from back in the day, but it was just, I know, I'm knocking shit everywhere. It's just empty. It took me a long time to remember what happened. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I had a slew of PlayStation games. I had this, I had Aladdin, Jurassic Park. Some of them weren't in their cases when they got sold for a garage sale when I was 11. Yeah, so I've been slowly collecting back some of those little things that I'm like, oh man, I remember that. I've got a little Sega. I've had one for a long time that plays little Sega games. It's a At Games little console I got from Rite Aid like 15 years ago. And then I got a Sega Genesis Gen 2 that I do need to repair, but we'll get there. We're learning. But yeah, I wanted to get on today, test this little guy. I already popped it in. It does not work. Got it in the mail from GameStop. Fuck them. I tried. I wanted to give them a chance, especially since they were going back after retro hard. They tried to do that a while back. I remembered. I think Jane said that you were working there around then, weren't you? When they were trying to do retro again, or the first time.
They just got done getting rid of retro before I worked there.
Okay. So they just got rid of. They were just starting to get rid of it when she had started working there.
Before I worked there.
Right, yeah, right before she started working there. So yeah, their first run was not good. People wanted it, but they did not market it well. Just to give you an idea, I didn't even know they sold retro. Like, that's to tell you. And I shopped from GameStop from time to time. I had one right next to me when I was working at AT&T. But anyway, yeah, I already got this little guy this week. I saw some deals that they had, and for it being around mine and Jane's birthday, they had coupons in both of our accounts. So I was like, okay, so coupons, let's see what we can get. And I got like $100 of retro games for $66. And was like, not bad. One of them came from our local home store, and she sent it out like next day, label created and everything. I was like, no fucking way, that's crazy. And I got it, bing, bang, boom, 2 days, right? It's got to go to the big city first and come back. Everyone else, Jane had to call about all of them. You heard me right. Jane had to call about every single one of them again. So, yeah, GameStop, applause for you for trying again. Applause to a couple of your employees who absolutely care, because while trying to run this little program, yeah, I'd say 30% of it's been like, come on, man. 70% of it's been pretty straight. Like, I've gotten some solid games in case with manual, $20. I'm like, that's absolutely, go and look. Other places are selling it for around the same $30, no manual. And that's kind of a gamble too. I did notice, doesn't matter, you will pay that same price, and you'll either get just, the cartridge, or you'll get the cartridge with, a case. The case may be busted. It may not have cover art. That's one thing I've been enjoying doing, is printing cover art. I'm going to reprint a couple of new stickers. This one was actually pretty good. So I'm going to leave it. But, yeah, I'm going to get to it. Like I said, I already put this thing in. I tried to play it. It would not work. Most of them would not, actually. I got this one, and I got Aladdin. I already cleaned Aladdin because I wanted to make sure that that's what it was. And that's all it was. So without further ado, we're going to flip this bad boy over. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that, but I got a driver kit recently. It has pretty much, I think it's like 76 different bits inside of it or something like that, but it's from iFixit. And you can not only repair. This isn't, by the way, a sponsorship. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just really amazed by these tools. Um, they're very smooth, and not only are they one of the best I've ever used, they are literally put together so that you can fix pretty much anything you have in your home, not just retro. That's what I was trying to get to, not just retro stuff. I mean, I've already tested and look. I could take apart my convection oven if I need to, my microwave, just pretty much anything. I took apart my ice maker with it already. I've taken apart game consoles already with it. So for $70, $79, $79.99, I think it's called the Mana Drive set. Go check them out. iFixit. They're not only a cool company that makes gear, they're a whole company that's centered around teaching people not only how to take care of their own products and fix them themselves, which we seem to be in a time where companies don't want you to do that. They're very against. They want you to be able to take care of your stuff at home. They have guides, how-tos, videos, written if that's your thing, audio if that's your thing. If it's not there, they encourage you to dive in, try and figure out yourself. If you have basic questions, dive in there too. They have great forums, seems like a great community. And one thing that I was really blown away is with where they are located, they actually have class sessions. Like not just for adults, they have full class sessions for kids to teach kids how to take care of their electronics. That's huge. That's something we're trying to teach the kids here at home to do. So I'm going to try and teach you guys at home how to do a little home repair yourself too. So if you've got some cartridges laying around, the same trick will work for anything if you haven't seen this before. But you basically flip over your game cartridge, get your screwdriver. This is where this driver kit comes into play because this is, you might not be able to see it, a star hex screw with a pivot. Oh, my hand probably just hit you. I'm sorry. With a pivot right in the middle of it. I'd never seen a bit for it in any set. And then I saw this toolkit and I was like, no way. Give me this thing. So once you get this bad boy apart, what I was saying is the same trick works for any. So if you've got NES games, you've got the tool to take that apart, the cartridge itself, Game Boy, anything. Take that bad boy apart. All you need is a little bit of rubbing alcohol isopropyl. Make sure it's above 90%. I've already done it. You can actually witness it and watch it. If you do below 90% isopropyl alcohol, it actually kind of leaves streaks. I don't know how to put it, like how you leave water stains when the water dries. It kind of has that going on a little bit. So the higher the percentage, the faster it'll evaporate, the better it'll clean it. Some instances you may need to, I've seen guys use toothbrushes to get a lot of crud off. I'm not going to be doing any of that. We're just using Q-tips, as you can see. These little guys here got a little thing of rubbing alcohol. And we're going to get to our little chipboard here. So one of the things I saw, I was like, why are we blowing into these things? Oh, I guess to get the dust and the lint out. Why didn't anybody teach us to just, do this? Because you put them in and out, they get dust all over them. And the first thing you do is you start cleaning the contacts real gentle. Oh, man, that sucks. I just realized that whole time I was muted. That's okay. So the whole time I was just talking about how recently I've been learning how to take care of stuff. Recently got some new games, as you saw. This is NBA Jam. So sorry if any of that was missed. I realized that I may have been muted. If I was not muted, then even cooler. I just saw that I had a red X, and it looked like it was over my speaker. It may have just been over my headset, so I'm not monitoring myself. But I'm just going to continue. So anywho, you just do a little bit of this, get a little bit of love, right? And then not only that, as you can see, there's a whole circuit board here. And what we're going to do is after I do this, I'm going to dip it again, and all of these little contacts throughout all of this, these little pinpoints here too, where the solderings are, you want to dab that just a little bit, just gently, a little bit of rubbing alcohol. That'll help get it cleaned up. Any dust or any crap that could be on it. And again, that's why you want that fast drying. 90% or better. The reason I say you want to dab too is these little solder points, they're going to grab your cotton. Some of you guys at home might be like, dude, why are you using cotton? Just with a soft cloth. I know, but this is usually what everybody has at home, so I wanted to show with this first. Just be real gentle. Go up and down. And if you're wondering, yes, when I'm done here, we're going to put it back together. I got the console next to me. I got everything hooked up to go from AV to HD, which is really cool because once I figured that out recently too, it clicked and I was like, oh my gosh, I have a VCR. I can back up all my VHS tapes digitally. Thank the Lord. Oh boy. I almost said the big name in vain. All right, so I think that side's pretty good. This whole inside here is actually pretty clean from what I can see. She was pretty sheened. The contacts just definitely had a little bit of dirt, a little bit of dust. Actually, you can kind of see a little bit of dirt. I mean, I can. I'm not sure if you can. There's a little bit of a glare, so I apologize. But do the same thing to the other side. And what I love about the other side when you flip these over is the way I opened it. This is all the game. So you've got your two big chips here. You got your little chip. I'm going to definitely dive into what all of this stuff does because I'm learning electronics, right? But I know that these feed the game, these feed saves, and one part of this is also a motherboard that processes everything through it and pushes it into the game, or pushes it in through the console. Oh, where am I? This little guy. And yeah, these are pretty dirty. Now, one fun thing Jane and I got to do for Mother's Day weekend is we went out to our local retro store. Actually, I mean, it's really the only retro store that we can even get to around here. There are some, I will say, but they don't hold the candle. And what I mean by that is customer care, kindness. Yeah, we're here to help you. But we went to Game Zone out in St. Clairsville, drove all the way out there today. Ohio Valley Mall. Saw the guys out there, and Jane got a wonderful collection, huge grip of movies for $60. That's over like how many movies do you think, honey? Like 15? Because 8 movies is just in the Nightmare Before Elm Street collection alone.
And then probably I think it was 7 or 8 other ones.
Yeah, and everything from throwback like Secret of NIMH. We found a VHS tape of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one, like VHS, but inside of a retro, movie rental shop. Completely forgot the name. Like, yeah, like a Blockbuster or like a mom and pop, like a Broadway video movie gallery, old school. So we had to grab it. Like, I don't have that on VHS. I'm a collector. I'd love to have that. Had it at one point. I know I did. But yeah, it's always nice going in there. Those guys are really great. They had a little of a situation, the mall did. So, kind of one of those, please everybody step outside for a moment while everybody make sure everything's okay. So we, left, got a bite to eat, and I actually ran into one of the guys and realized, oh man, I didn't even give him my name. My buddy's not there today, so, he wouldn't remember or he wouldn't be there to be able to tell him. So I stopped the guy. I was like, I don't mean to bother you, but I just realized I didn't give you your name. He's like, oh man, you're fine. I've seen you I remember what you look like. I remember your gal and your little ones. I was like, dude, that's awesome. Cause I've barely had a real conversation with the guy, and he remembered. He was just like, yeah, dude, I know you. You're usually talking with Corey. He was super nice about it. He's like, we'll hold on to him for you until you can come in, even if it's not for a little while. So I was like, heck yeah. But we asked him to hold on to was we got another thing that could make this happen. Sega Genesis controllers. I didn't have any. Nor did I have a power supply, so I was trying to get one of those. But lo and behold. All right, I think we're good here. So we should be good. And the way I'm looking, yeah, I don't see any dirt. I see some marks, but it's normal. Let's get the back on, and then all of you are going to get to watch me get my butt kicked in NBA jams. Look at me Stutter. Well, I can remember the word. Audition. I'm auditioning. NBA and Jam. NBA Jam. NBA Jam. There we go. I'm getting close to the announcer on the main title screen. Boom shakalaka. It's a little closer. A little closer, right? Sorry I peeked there. Boom shakalaka. Oh man, I can't wait to dive in. This one was one of my favorite because of the fire, obviously, and then like Muggsy Bogues, I thought was one of the coolest dudes in the world. I was a small dude. He's a small dude, and he's out there doing the thing, taking on dudes. And I was like, hell yeah, especially when he showed up at Space Jam. Oh man, that's another good movie. I got that game, and we just got that movie too. I had it on VHS for a long time too, but I can't find it. So we did grab it on DVD for sure.
They had it at Corey's
Did they?
on VHS.
Oh, we may have to grab it. That's another thing. He's super reasonably priced. Like if you see,
Those DVDs were $3 to $5.
yeah, and that's kind of where with their engross that kind of thing should be. I think I had mentioned before on the last stream last week that me and Jane are looking to get away from a lot of the streaming stuff and build our own library, but also do it digitally, right? So we're collecting a lot of movies. We're beyond at the point of like, oh, but HD, 4K, like that's cool. I'm there with it. I just realized this sticker. I want to get it off. By the way, that's my kicking in. Anywho, I like certain movies, of course, sure, just like the next person, in 4K. But at the same time, it's like we're seeing stuff we'll never actually truly see, and I know that that's what's captivating about it. It's the same thing that happens with video games, but I'm not that worried about it. I just like movies for movies and the stories and all that. I could care less if it's bright and shiny all the time, especially the older stuff. So one of the things we're doing is we're obviously collecting, as I've said. We're loading everything onto a hard drive just using my read write. And then once I put it onto the hard drive, I've got it set so that the TVs in the house uses a VLC player and they can just read it. And then we can literally create our own playlists like that. One of the things me and my best friend Royal were talking about during the pandemic is why doesn't anybody get with it and put something together where you can just, all of your streaming services are in it and you could create your own playlist that would literally be like you're coming home from school Friday. You want to watch a couple episodes of, Dragon Ball Z and then some Simpsons and then some Batman animated series. Like, why not? Why not? Right? And, thinking about it when we were putting this together, I was like, well, you could do that. The way the system works is you put everything in a folder, you label it 1 through whatever, and then it'll play it in that order. It's a beautiful thing. So we're working on building a server so that it'll just be chock full of movies with a couple of hard drives in it. And then as technology gets better, I tried to get a program that was an AI renderer that would upscale. Well, the upscaling was not true upscaling. It's upscaling for when it moves it to a M4V format from a higher resolution. So you don't lose resolution when you break down your file. So you have a smaller file, but you don't lose your 4K video, if that makes sense. So you don't take so much hard drive space. A 4K video takes up like 50 gigabytes. Yeah, it's a lot. That's another reason why we're like, let's just do DVDs. Who gives a shit? But even still, I do have some of my favorite 4K movies right now on it. Starship Troopers. We just watched Street Fighter. Street Fighter is just too damn good. That'll be one we'll definitely have to play. Jane, were you real big into Street Fighter when you were little? Because I was not. I tried. Like Street Fighter 2 for sure.
Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
I would just get my
Street Fighter
butt
2
kicked.
Championship Edition.
I'd just get my butt kicked.
Huh?
I said I would just get my butt kicked.
I didn't say I was good at it. I love playing it.
Right? There we go. We got that sticker off pretty well. Hell yeah. Now let's test her out. Excuse me. I'm going to mute real quick. I just need to let out a cough. All right. Yeah, and hope it's not a fart. I almost started with that, by the way. No, not a fart. Jane was like, "Are you sure you want to start?" And I was like, "I don't know. I keep farting," which is true. I don't know why, but I had, you know how people have sneezing fits at night? Some people have a burp fit. Last couple of nights, I do not know why, but just farts. I'm not a farter, people. I'm just not. I've never been. If I do, no one hears it, not even me. It's a wisp. But this, cheek flapping, ass cracking, seat breaking, world smacking, fart city. I don't even know what to fucking call it. Just keep farting. I guess it's healthy. Somebody pointed out to me, "Oh, it's your body's working right. You're supposed to fart." All right, let's try this out. I'm going to be done being a fucking comedy man because I'm not. All right, let's switch. Oh no. It's still screened. Hold up. I got an idea.
Bring it part way out.
Yep. I might have shoved it down too far. Well, that's a shame. Because I just cleaned Sonic. And Sonic seems to be working. Just wanted to make sure. Cool. So it's still working here. I may just have to take that back apart and take a look at some of the contacts in it. It could also be it too. Just because you've cleaned it doesn't mean necessarily that it's going to be the big one to work. Like, you saw how clean that one was. I'm going to switch back over to the other camera over here so that you can see. I took apart Aladdin and cleaned it because it did not work. And it worked, but I'll show you what I mean by some of it's a little scraped up. So something's up with that cartridge, but I want to show you one that's kind of beaten. So this is the Aladdin that I got in the mail from GameStop. Requires a different bit. Let me grab that. This thing, I was like, man, I don't know if this will run. Like, I'll go ahead and take it apart, but shit. Oh, did I get the small one? I did. I got the small one. That's why you always got to check first, right? There we go.
Oh snap! Cadgar's asked me who's a celebrity I'd like to date. Man.
Who's a celebrity you'd like to date? Like in your character, you mean?
Well, I mean just in general, cause like
Oh.
he's asking. So like I need to pick a celebrity.
So he's asking you, the liege.
Yeah, me the lead.
Jane is playing
Tomodachi Life.
Tomodachi Life on
Living the dream.
Living the Dream on her Switch. Oh, come on. Is it not all the way? There we go. All right. So Aladdin's a smaller.
I'm gonna put Bryan Cranston because he knows what he's doing.
So if you can see, it's got some corrosion missing there. Some corrosion missing on that, or not corrosion, but corrosion caused on one of these right here. A couple other areas here too, right? You saw how clean that one was. So it could be a number of things with it. You just have to play with it. One of the things I watched was one dude test every single one of these pins to make sure they're all good, and he caught that one was not, and was able to literally just use his little tools, take the solder off, resolder it, and it worked. I was like, holy shit, no way. Like, why didn't I grow up with anything like that around me? Like, hey, you can learn how to do this, you know. It's too funny. But I'm glad I'm learning it now, because I think anytime you can learn a new skill that will help things around you, whether that's people or the things that you love, then that is absolutely worth your time.
You just met April O'Neil.
I met April O'Neil.
Yeah, she helped you get unstuck.
She helped me get unstuck.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to take it away. Just making sure she's good and snug. Good and snug. All right. Now here. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Let's do this. Working beautifully. Too funny. Now, what I thought was crazy with this is, yes, I got it through GameStop for $9, and it came with a case. Now, the case wasn't in the greatest of shapes, but it still came with a case, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. You know, brand new, good shape case, $25, right? At least that's what I saw when I was looking it up. But yeah, I was like, no way. All right, give me it $10, sure. Came with the case, and I'm pretty sure I can repurpose the case. Agaba market. All right, let's get the feel. Oh boy, which jump? Okay. Come on, fool. Woo. Oh, shit. This is all muscle memory. I have played a little bit of it recently, not on this or with the controller. Oh, but not at this depth. It was more of just running around real quick in her. And it wasn't, again, through this. It was, I will absolutely admit, it was emulation. There we go. But even when I was doing that, I was like, man, this doesn't feel like I'm playing my game, though. It doesn't feel like my game. It feels like a digital offspring. Come on. I want to hold it. I want to put it back up on my shelf when I'm done with it. Now, in the talks of like backing everything up, oh man, I've been finding, and I did not know, everything of that is like just getting set fucking back on the back burner because all of the manufacturers and chip companies and all that shit, they're holding back optics, all types of crap for AI. And I was like, damn, Like, I get it, but I don't. So I watched as Blu-rays and UHD drives, some have quadrupled in price. $400 some of these people are trying to sell them for, and I'm like, whoa. And when you try and search them, like on Amazon, you're gonna find Asus, somebody called Buffalo, and then just a lot of just, I don't know their names, I don't know their origin, their company. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that it's, LG's done. They're out of the game. They're not making any more. I think Verbatim stopped making theirs. If they're still making theirs, that's wonderful. I don't mean to speak ill or spread, but I've been looking for that one too. There's a Verbatim one that'll do 4K. Can't find it. Ah, that's right. You're supposed to jump at him. Got him. Or did he hit it with his knife? No, he might have hit it with his knife. He did. Hit him again. Darn. Help me up, Apu. Apu, what's wrong with you? All right, this was fun. I want to do one more cleaning. I do have Mortal Kombat, the very first one. I want to try and see if I can't clean that one up. That one was just in my basement at my father's house in the basement, just with a lot of my old stuff. It's very dusty, and I'm pretty sure that's why it wasn't running at all. But that one will definitely be successful. I can clean that up real good, show you how to, and show you how much dirt will come off of it. But yeah, this was one that I was like, holy shit, there's no way this is going to work. I was really surprised by it. So with how clean that NBA Jam one was, could be something with the solder. So I'll have to take a look at it. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and checking this out so far. I'm at 35 minutes, so I'm going to take a break real quick, get something to drink. When we come back, we'll check out, like I said, Mortal Kombat. I'm going to do a quick clean on it. We'll make sure she works. And then after that, for just some fun, I've been itching to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors since I got this thing. That was a game back when I was like 17 or 18 years old. I didn't have a job. I didn't ask my dad for money ever. And I saw somebody put it online, $30. That shit was not online anywhere. It came with a case and everything. And I was like, you know what? I want that favorite. I don't know why. Give me it now. I feel like it'll be extremely hard to find later. And sure enough, it's been one of the harder games to ever find. So we'll definitely play that at the end of this. But I'm going to go ahead and take a break, get some water. You guys do the same. About 5-10 minutes. That's getting annoying to me too. These little knives. Ting tang, ting tang. All right. Let's listen to some music. Some music that Miss Jane wrote, and I love it. I know it's, again, a repeat, but it's just too groovy. Check it.
Bush, Daisy, The Rock.
My God, this movie. This movie, let me tell you. If you've never seen Super Mario Brothers with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins from 1990, the first video game adaptation movie, do yourself a favor. Just find it and buy it. You're only going to find it on DVD. Just find it and buy it. It is awful. You're going to look at this whole thing and go, what in the fuck am I looking at? And you're going to go, this is exactly what Hollywood is. I got the answer for you. This is exactly what Hollywood is. They take things and they go, well,
How can we make this appeal to everybody? How can we pull in an audience that we usually wouldn't? How can we make sure the 80-year-old grandma and the 8-year-old granddaughter are going to enjoy the film too? How about this?
how about they don't have to fucking enjoy it? How about neither of them have to enjoy it? Maybe the 8-year-old granddaughter, sure. But come on. No, this movie is absolutely amazing. They have nothing to do with the game. They have character relevances and names. Other than that, though, I couldn't tell you. It's just a damn fun movie. So anyway, when I came back, I said we were going to get the Mortal Kombat, this bad boy right here. In fact, just to show, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy in. Sucker was in there. All right, so yes, it went immediately to the At Games menu. So it doesn't even detect that there's a game in it with this cartridge in there. So we're going to try and take this out, clean it up, and hopefully that'll fix it. At least the last two that I did that to, it did fix it. Let's get back over here. Now, that is directly in your way. I sincerely apologize, but I can see that it's not. Perfect. I said we got a grip of movies, too. I took a look through just so I could recall some of them. But I grabbed Brick, if you've never heard of such a movie. It is with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and a slew of other great character actors. It's very gumshoe. Like, would you say that, Jane? Gumshoe-ish?
It's like the old Dick Tracy.
Like the old Dick Tracy's. Yes, that's perfect. Like, kid in his own inner monologue about everything, trying to figure out what's going down in his high school kind of shit. Everybody's got, like, their own character, their own name to them, their own persona. Yeah, noir. So, yeah, that's a great movie. I also grabbed The Goonies, another classic. I was like, how do I not even own that? Oh, that's right, because it's always on something, right? Something I've always said to myself. It's always on something. Let's move that little guy out of the way. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing. Touch of the alcohol. Rubber real good. Now, the only other thing I could think on why this one may not is because, again, I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot of dirt already over this thing. I'm going to think it's that, though. It's just the dirt. But what I am using currently is At Games. They were licensed by Sega back in, I think, 2010. You would see them as seen on TVs in the Walmart sections or the one other place, Rite Aids and Walgreens. They came packed with games, emulated. Again, Sega was all about it. Get the old stuff out there, pay $50 for the console, $1 a game. So this one came packed with, all the classics, Alex Kidd, Comic Zone, Columns, 2, 3, all the classics, and Sonics, right? But the one I grabbed was like the dark version. I don't know what was up, why they got the rights for it. Maybe Mortal Kombat was doing something. But this is the only other reason I would think maybe this would not read, and that is inside of this stupid thing, there is a Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. So I got 2 to already work. That was another game that I cleaned earlier, and it worked just fine after I cleaned it. Yeah, these are both real dirty. But that would be the only other reason I would think as to maybe why that might not let this read. But I have a feeling it's all this fucking dirt. Because there is a ton of it. I would say, too, this is one thing that I've found is super relaxing. I mean, you're cleaning your own stuff. I don't know about y'all, but it is a dredge sometimes, but cleaning, getting something done and cleaned up, getting it nice and set back to a good order. Yeah, I'm Danny Tanner. I ain't ashamed to admit it, 38 years old. I like stuff clean. Taking stuff like this and cleaning it is far more of a beneficial feeling. Or a sense of, not profoundness, but yeah, pride. Accomplishment. Thank you. Thank you, Jane. Jane always helps me when I can't form words. Which is pretty much all the fucking time. All right. Let's flip her. May even give this side one more touch. Well, I don't think anybody wants you here, Daisy. Your acting is just shot. The gal who plays Daisy, yeah, you heard me, Daisy, not Peach, Daisy, who's pining for Luigi, by the way, is played by the same girl who voiced Fern Gully, Krista. Yes, thank you. I almost said Crystal, and I was like, that's not it. But she did that just before this movie. Like, loved Fern Gully as a kid. Yeah, loved it. Tim Curry is the fucking ooze. Toxic sludge. So sick. Man. I'm sure you can see that black stripe. She's dirty. I'm hoping that's all this is, because this game ruled. I also noticed, if you're out there listening on YouTube, I'm still new to that, and I noticed that there's always this, put up a thumbnail. It's like, why does it always want me to put up a thumbnail? I can't take it down now. So I've always been putting up thumbnails of the game, and I've just found out today that that's actually the thumbnail of your live. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. I'm going to make sure not to put up the fucking Sega logo next time. It's nothing against them, but I got something I could put up there to make it a permanent. Oh, it looks like I lost the chat. At least on this screen. Get. I think it's this one. I think. Cross my fingers. There we go. There we go. Now I see Royal again. Brother, I hope you got safe home from your madres. Alrighty. Let's get another. We'll get the rest of this board. But yes, those were the two movies that I grabbed. Back to that. Jane found, I mean, I got to be a little selfish. I'm sorry. I got to talk about it first. But found an entire 8 collection set of Nightmare on Elm Street DVDs. I'm saying that. DVDs, absolutely. But the entire set in a grip. How much was it? $10. $10. And it's not that it was bad condition. It's like one of the slimmer collector's series. Like, it's not in a huge collector's box. It's just all 8 films, nicely compacted in one. It's got some nice special features in there. It's like, that's all I need. That's all we need. This is the type of stuff that's helping me to get back to doing what I wanted to do, which was watching movies with y'all. I miss watching movies with people. Especially to bring back the couch. That'll be a lot of fun. And I do want to say that over on our J Drive channel, but I will eventually bring it over to here. But while we're talking about silhouettes, one of the ones that I've been thinking about is a new one, and me and Jane are in the middle of. Actually, it's almost done now. We've built a light gun wall station. So basically, we got a 47-inch TV mounted on a wall, and we've got a Wii. I gotta flip this. Make sure this is the other way. 47-inch TV mounted to a wall. We took a Wii and hooked it up to it. We got that running to a capture card cable over to here. And I've got some cables coming. We're going to take two cameras, put them at the other end. We're going to be able to take our silhouettes and how we are on the couch. Well, instead of us being on the couch, we're going to actually put ourselves in Resident Evil. So it'll actually look like our silhouettes are actually shooting at the zombies. I think I've already got it figured out how to do it. But that will be our camera for that. How we do the couch, instead it'll just be, you'll see her on one side, me on the other. And you'll be able to see all of our movements, but we will absolutely be in full silhouette. If we get a big enough area, one of the things that we were trying to generate was getting a behind the shoulder shot. And I think I may have engineered and figured out a way to do it. We just need some space for it, though. But if we can do that, that'd be a lot of fun too. An over the shoulder silhouette shot, really look like you're actually looking over our shoulder at the game as we're shooting. Like you're behind us. Take cover. We'll get you through this. All right, Mortal Kombat. Let's put this little guy to the test. I mean, I'd say that's progress. Right? Progress? Yep. That's something. It's recognizing something. Oh. Yes. Oh, what that is. Get that out. Let's try that again. Bah. Nah. Oh, well, I mean, it's further than what it was, right? It's not detecting, but it's detecting. So I'll take that. Just again, more work. I need to get out the magnifier, take a look at its solders, check and make sure it's good. Sometimes, again, like I said, it's just cleaning stuff off. And as you can see, we made a little bit of progress. We went from it not detecting a cartridge to now at least it knows something's there, right? So, well, you at least got to see what I did off camera to fix stuff. And then the games that did work, I wish I would have just saved those, but that's okay. That's life sometimes, right? I'm going to go ahead and switch over, though, and let's play some Zombies Ate My Neighbors, because I'm really itching to play that shit. And before I do, I want to go ahead and switch back over to the camera. I want to show this off. I was really blown away by this thing. So this is what my buddy had at his retro shop, and it's official. It's not officially through Sega, as you can see, right? It's retro bit, but they definitely got a Genesis license to recreate these because it is the feel, it is the look, it plugs in just like it, and it absolutely feels fresh. I remember how these felt when they came out and playing on them as a little kid, and these feel exactly like it. At first, I was a little bit like, oh man, because when I plugged it in with this at game station again, it acted goofy. It wouldn't detect the down button, right? I couldn't get it to detect these on some of it. I don't know what was up, but I had to literally just keep trying, and eventually it just started working for it and then kept working for it. So I don't know if it had to build up power. Um, so I'll state this. While I love this little thing, I have a Sega Genesis too. I'm going to eventually get that thing fixed and use the real thing. Again, while I love the whole thing, again, this thing was backed by Sega back in the day at games. I think they still sell these. This was one of the first ones, the only ones that had Mortal Kombat loaded into it and could take cartridges in the top of it. Like it said it would take any cartridge, just put it in it. And it's supposed to be guaranteed to work, but I don't always believe that, right? So we'll definitely get that bad boy fixed up and going too. But this thing is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and start playing on a game with it. Oh, please be working. I see Kunami. Ah, see, this is what it did earlier. It would not recognize the controller, but I got it to recognize it after a little while. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do a better test with a real Genesis here, I think. No, Dr. Tongue welcomes you to 55 levels of terror. See, it recognizes that. That's what I mean by it'll work eventually. It's really weird. It's really weird. We'll try one more time. It's not working again because I should be able to skip through all this. That's just goofy. Yeah, I was playing this earlier. Like, I was able to hit up and down. I was like, oh, sweet, that's not working. That's awesome. And switched out carts. And then, what was it? Sonic 3. That was the one I tried first. And it was like, nope, doesn't want to work. I was like, okay. So I had to clean it up. Oh, that's a shame. Well, that's all right. It was definitely fun. I definitely wanted to hang out for a little bit, show you guys how to take care of your own stuff and clean her up. Just a basic, simple little way. I know we failed a few of them, but that's okay. Again, I'm not necessarily going to blame... No, I'm going to go ahead and blame the At Games device. No, I'm kidding. It could be that. It could be me. It could be, just got to check some more things out first. But I did want to get on here, play a little bit, and I'm glad I got to. I'm glad I did at least get the show off. I did get a couple of these working, just using this method. If you've got any at home, absolutely try and get yours out. Take a look at them. If you can't figure out how to get them open, like I said, this tool driver kit by iFix, it's absolutely wonderful. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just used them, and so far I have found great use out of them, not just for my electronics for retro, but all my electronics at home. So definitely check those out, ifixit.com. And once we get this thing up and running, we'll definitely do a Sega night over on the J Drive, me and Jane for sure. And if you guys are definitely hanging out for the weekend, for Madre weekend, I know we're all going to be going out, seeing everybody. You got some downtime, I'll definitely be hanging out here at some point too. Me and Jane will be in the morning. tomorrow on J Drive, we're going to actually even discuss our top 5 high school video games. We did our middle school video games recently, so we figure why don't we go ahead and run through our top 5 of the high school and do a morning coffee. So we'll be doing that tomorrow morning, anywhere between the time we feel like getting through it and waking up, anywhere between 7-9 Eastern time. So definitely come check us out, J Drive, on Twitch as well as YouTube, J Drive 345, and we hope to see you there. I hope to see you tomorrow too. Probably gonna not finish, but continue through 007. I'm really excited about 007 First Light. I'm still trying to be fresh with it, but I did look up pre-order stuff just to try and check it out, and got some new snapshots kind of ruined for me. But it was like, oh, that's so sick. It looks so good. It looks so good. It looks exactly like how Hitman's gonna be. I'm gushing over it. Like, it looks like they just took the Hitman engine and just skinned it. I'm loving it. But yeah, we'll definitely get down on that again, either tomorrow or sometime soon. I should be on tomorrow for sure. Definitely come check us out on the J Drive 345, like I said, and we hope to see you soon. You guys take care, be well, stay safe, and be kind to one another. Damn it, we all need it. Love you.